Let's take a quick tour of GeoGardenClub. GeoGardenClub is a garden management and community building app. So let's start with the garden management side of things. Here you can see my garden. You can have as many gardens as you want. It's easy to create a new garden. And here you can see a summary of my garden. We can see my plot plan, what I've labeled my beds. I can also open up all of these drop downs to see badges, the various crops I've grown, other gardeners I share my garden plans with, observations, outcomes, varieties, and even the retail value of the harvest that I've grown. When I tap details, I can see my garden timeline. So I can see for 2026 my garden plans here. You can see that the plantings are color coded, so I can see when things are indoors or in my greenhouse, growing outside in my garden. Green are harvest periods, and if I leave plants in past their harvest period to collect seeds, that would be in blue. So here's a quick skim of what I am growing this year. You can see we also accommodate perennials. I have asparagus, figs, and raspberries in my garden plans. I can go back and look at previous years' garden plans as well. And I can even copy a planting from a previous year into this year's garden very easily. So I can look at my garden plans in a timeline view, but I can also filter and look at these same plans filtered by a bed. So now you can see in bed one the different plantings I've had over the years. This is great for crop rotation. I can look at the outcomes that I have recorded for all my plantings as well as for specific crops. You can see I've had a fairly easy time growing basil, while carrots, for example, I've struggled a little bit more with. And then I can see all the tasks I have for this garden, my alderwood garden. When I complete a task, it lets me select which day I completed it, and it will update my garden timeline with the correct date. And I can also update a task to change the date as well if things are not going as planned. All of these tasks are automatically generated for me from my garden timeline, but I can create additional tasks as well. Maybe I need to remember to harden off a plant or water or fertilize. So let's go back. We just looked at my garden. Now let's look at the insight screen. This is where I can see information from my chapter aggregated for me. It's really helpful to see what other gardeners in my area are doing. That can help inform my gardening as well. Maybe I'll get inspiration to grow something new or to change the timing of one of my plantings. Next, we'll look at observations. The observation screen shows all the observations from other gardeners in my chapter. And I love to see what's happening in other people's garden. Again, it's really inspiring and makes me want to try new things. We have a task screen in our home screens as well. This is great if you have more than one garden. It will compile all the tasks for you here. And here is our chapter forum. You can post things like events or resources like free seeds. Next, we'll move out of the home screens and look at the different index screens, starting with our chapter index screen. We can look at other GeoGarden Club chapters here and even lurk inside of those chapters to see what they are up to. Here is the garden index screen where we can see the other gardens in my chapter. And we can even look at their garden details screen and even copy a planting from one of those gardens into my own garden. The gardener index screen lists all the gardeners in your chapter, and you can see the crops they're growing or gardens that they're part of, and you can dial down to learn more about those as well. Here is our crop index screen. All of these crops were added by GeoGarden Club gardeners. We also have an index for varieties, plantings, and plant families. I hope you enjoyed this tour. You can learn more by following us on Instagram or Facebook, checking out our website at geogardenclub.com, or emailing us at info@geogardenclub.com. Thank you.